Two good mates, aren't they? Two World Cup teammates, both with quarter-final comebacks this evening. Clayton 4-0 down to Stephen Bunting. Showed something special, really, to come back from that. A 104 average, some nice finishing as well, some ridiculous finishing, really. Price 4-2 down to Gian van Veen, the former world champ, former world #1, in the end, coming through a leg decider. Well, these two met not too long ago on the Masters stage, just a couple of weeks ago, actually. Price with victory there. So who wins here then and gets themselves in a first final of the season? Let's find out in the company of Wayne Mardle and Rod Studd.
Thank you, Emma. Yes, both these players had to tear up the script mid-match in the quarterfinal and write a new one in coming back from improbable positions to win those quarterfinals, to tee up a semi between two Welsh World Cup teammates. Won the World Cup as a pair twice, 2020 and 2023. Get to watch the game in the company of a man who exudes joy as only he can, the former almost Premier League semi-finalist, Wayne Mardle.
Should be fun, this. Like Emma said, friends, but not today. Enemy. That's what they are. It's to go out the window, Rodri.
Well, the 9-darter almost went out the window from Jonny Clayton early on in the piece. This is the 9-dart king from the Premier League, Gerwyn Price. He doesn't mind a 9-dart leg in the Prem. Had one when he won in Liverpool, his last nightly win in 2025. He's looking for a 10th nightly win in this format. Jonny Clayton is looking for his 7th former Premier League champion. Wants 44, Jonny. Will it go? Double 8. Here it goes, Jonny Clayton. Very good start. 12-dart leg.
Cracking start with the throw. Quite difficult to beat. 9 would have done. Yeah, you alluded, Rod, didn't you, to the ripping up the script. Jonny Clayton 4-0 down against Stephen Bunting. Gerwyn Price was in all sorts of trouble. 4-2 down against Gian van Veen. And sometimes you need a bit of luck, but you also have to make it yourself, and these two did.
Well, Jonny Clayton just turned up the turbo, didn't he, against Stephen Bunting, who didn't really drop off himself. Clayton was absolutely irresistible at the back end of that match.
Yeah.
And Gerwyn Price started to decide with a throw of 17, but somehow dragged himself back into the leg and got home 6-5. It's his first maxi of the match.
59.
Left the 1-6-2, but couldn't help that. All we want to do is set this up nicely.
Knock on Gerwyn Price on the opening night of the Super League.
105.
Left 57 after a dozen.
Yeah, Johnny's already had some amazing spells in this Premier League. We're only in week 2. He was incredible in the quarter-final last week, and he's level in the semi-final this week.
The key here is to keep Gerwyn Price quiet as long as he can, to keep the booyahs and the guans out of the equation. I know, Wayne, you've studied it most assiduously to find out exactly when Price takes booyah off the shelf or guan. What can you tell us?
This is not a joke. This is a pattern. This is what he does. Right, the booyah is, right, have that, I feel good, you're going to continue to get it. The guan is a form of relief. That's what it is. It's like, oh, yes, go on! And the come on, because there's a new one. There's a new one.
I've noted that.
Right, that is generally when he's in a kind of tight match, and it's basically saying, you haven't beaten me. I'm going to be difficult to beat. I'm not beat yet. Trust me, I've studied this.
I know you have. Thanks for clearing that up so eloquently. We will look out for that in this and ongoing matches. Make a note. Make a note of that, by the way. His 180 hitting has really upped its level in recent weeks and months.
He's always been in the top 1 or 2 of the 140 hitters in the world. But if he can pop this, this will hurt. It'll feel like a break for Price. Oh, wow.
Jonny Clayton. Although going to throw first, game on.
It was only a holder throw, but it felt more than that to Jonny.
81.
Well, it has been a topsy-turvy Premier League to kick off 2026. Jonny Clayton was favourite to finish bottom. What on earth? And here he is trying to reach a final in week 2. Littner has not dominated as some thought he would. He's going to go nightly winless for the opening 2 nights. Hardly a crisis for the world champion, but nonetheless perhaps an eyebrow raiser early on in the piece.
Yeah, definitely. And it's more the performances, Rod. He's putting a 94 and a 95 average along the way, and we're not used to seeing that.
Mere mortal levels of performance from the man known as the Messiah.
Yep. Only 45. That was an opportunity for Jonny as well to attack the Price throw. Can't attack that.
I wonder if Gerwyn Price will just turn down the noise out of respect for his mate a little bit. They've been in 4 World Cup finals. They won 2 of them as a Welsh duo. Double 10 for the ice.
Oh.
Cool. 14 darter again. A brace of them.
180-62 in 2. That'll work every time.
Jonny needed a 103 check to hold his throw last time he started a leg. That's not a sustainable method. So Price will feel if he can keep heaping the heat on Clayton on his delivery, he'll get the break chance sooner or later, probably sooner.
If you're just joining us, why? First off, why? Michael van Gerwen is who awaits in the final for one of these, Clayton or Price. Who will it be? No nearer to finding out.
So far, invincible, unbeatable Michael van Gerwen in the 26 Prem.
Correct, after winning last week, undefeated this week. Easy for Michael van Gerwen.
Well, he's run off multiple nightly wins on the trot before in his Premier League career in this format. Who's to say he can't do it again?
Yep.
Oh, halves his score in spectacular style.
It's a perler of a dart for Jonny. Perler!
180, 134.
Tops. Never up, never in, Gerwyn.
140.
But you praise Price's setup in the previous leg, Wayne. That was perfect from Clayton in this one.
Oh, what a nick. What a nick.
And a hold in that fashion again.
In similar fashion, yes. Price he's doing everything he can. It's just Jonny's not missing on those important moments, basically.
So the question is this sustainable from Clayton, or has Price missed his chances? Not in the sense of missing doubles, but missing opportunities when Clayton was out of sync in a leg.
I'll tell you at the end of the game, because I know a lot more.
Thank you for that.
Then.
Yeah.
But that does happen. The chances come and go. You don't realise when your last one's going to be.
Well, Price was in blistering form, as you mentioned, in Pro Tour events, and here turning it on again with an average getting close to 110, which is the figure Clayton averaged against Rock in his quarter-final in Newcastle. So these 2 Welsh Dragons have been breathing fire this season in the Premier League. Have a look at this, by the way, double 16, not normally an area of the board associated with Gerwyn Price.
Can make it look so simple, can't he, Gezi? Expect him to wrap this up. Minimal fuss, minimal drama, or drama. Drama!
He prefers it up there. He's never all that comfortable in the southwest of the board. He probably doesn't holiday in Devon and Cornwall. But He had enough time there because Jonny Clayton didn't get within finishing range, or barely within finishing range. Price just dropped down to world number 11. What on earth is that all about? Clayton 5th. But it's almost inconceivable that Gerwyn Price could be outside the top 10 in ranking.
Yeah, even the top 6, top 5 even. Yeah, when he's on, it gets said that some players are unplayable when they are at the very, very top end of their ability, and he is one of them.
And let's not forget Wayne. 2023 Premier League finals night, he went into that night as the favourite and into the final against Van Gerwen as the favourite.
Yes.
Van Gerwen demolished it, but that doesn't detract from the fact he'd been the best player over the season.
Yeah. Well, he's got 6 starts from here. It's a good marker for him, and he uses it.
437.
The setup play in this game has been very, very good. The doubling's been good. The scoring, world class. Good game.
13 data on the cards. We need at least 14 now. This is important. Oh, and suddenly it's all unravelled for Jonny Clayton. This is the chance Price craved. And he takes it. Well, he'd waited patiently for the chance, Gerwyn Price. And when it came along, he grabbed it.
Oddly enough, Rod, yes, he's been holding on to his throw just about Jonny Clayton, but that was one of the easier opportunities to actually hold throw.
Makes no sense sometimes. But the slip from Clayton has handed the initiative to Price. He now, if he can hold twice, it'll be nice for the ice. He'll be through. But that's sometimes easier said than done in the cauldron of the Premier League.
Yeah. He needs a biggie here. And he's going to get a big here. Of course he is. Oh, it's the biggest.
But note, Wayne, still Gerwyn Price keeping everything in check. For whatever reason. I think it's probably out of respect for Clayton. But it may be that he just wants to keep everything under wraps. But normally he'd be really giving it the full booyah there after breaking throw and then the 180.
Yeah.
For the reasons you outlined so eloquently.
51 ball. Oh, that would have been a real poke in the eye.
He's still lurking and launching with intent if Price misses. 2 in hand, double 10. 1 in hand, double 5. Is he going to hand it back? On the plate to Jonny Clayton.
They were not good, and he knows it.
This is the target he missed, Clayton, before. He's missed it again, double 6. Oh, double 3, sudden end. Oh, both players with 3 in hand, missing double 1, 2, 3 times.
Yeah, didn't expect any of those, to be fair, but Price coming back for 5 with Jonny sat on 3. You don't normally see that either. This is big. In terms of the night, this is big. Otherwise, now Price can be Clayton can be favourite for this game.
Single pointer, number 1, Jonny Clayton wins the worst leg of the match, and it could be the most important leg of the match because Jonny Clayton has squared it off. Kurt Bevins laying down the law. Doesn't want to hear any more whistling, nor do the players. It's 4-all in a race to 6, and Clayton has the darts in leg 9 and 11.
And the important thing with that last leg, Rod, was that it was a break. It was a double whammy for Gezi.
Well, in other sports, rugby and cricket, they talk about finishers and closers. And Gerwyn Price has had problem being a finisher and a closer in tight darts matches. I know he beat Ian Van Veen 6-5, but we saw him lose 6-5 to Humphries, mismatched dart against Littler in the Masters.
Yep.
And that is something he's going to need to tidy up.
He had Jonny on toast in the Masters, and
yes.
Jonny got right back into it.
He did.
he was all over Jonny like a rash. It was like it was going to be a 4-1, 4-2 maybe, and in the end it went to a last set.
And if you keep going to last legs and last sets, inevitably something is going to go wrong at some point. You can't win every last leg you play.
No.
Not even the ace finishers over the years have been able to win every single one. So Gerwyn Price needs to tidy up that aspect of his game. And he's going to be 5-4 down here, I feel.
Oh, I know he wanted to go for it, but there could have been a case for splitting that. There really could have. I'm not saying he did the wrong thing, but some players may have split that 22.
Yeah, his opponent was nowhere near on a finish. Now he's going to have to split the 11 to leave double 4. And would he be thinking now about what could he have done? Not now, he won't, because he manages to close the door and go 5-4 up. Jonny Clayton has won 2 on the trot to move to within 1 of the final against Van Gerwen.
Yeah, those darts to go 5-3 for Gerwyn Price. Is that the game changer here? If he holds and breaks, it's fine. He'll think that's the way it should be.
Well, you say those darts, Wayne, there were a lot of them. He missed 5 at double, and then he had to use another dart, splitting 5.
Yeah, I said those because I wasn't quite sure how many it was.
Well, I'm not surprised. It was 2 visits to the board from 40. You might get away with it at certain levels of darts, not in this one very often.
It may not go to a last leg. It all depends what Jonny can do here.
56.
Well, if Price does tidy up this leg and win from here, that will mean that every match he's played in the 26th Prem has gone to a last leg, an 11th leg. 5-6 loss to Humphries, 6-5 win over Van Veen. What will happen here? Double 12 to make that a reality. There it is, no problem, 14 darter. Gerwyn Price, 5 each. Last leg again, last leg decider again for the Iceman. Can he keep his cool here in Antwerp? Jonny Clayton, that's what you'd say is a par start. Better than Price's 17 in the last leg against Van Veen, that is for sure.
Gerwyn Price has won the last 9 contests against Jonny Clayton. He's won 15 of the last 16. Is he going to catch his man in the last leg here?
Has he timed it right? Price Van Gerwen. If it is to be the final, will be a repeat of the final of 2023. But Jonny Clayton is still in this game. Utilises the bullseye, hits the outer ball to leave 82, and he will get a look at that.
Jonny needs a big treble at least. Gets it.
Bullseye. 17 now. For tops to reach the final. Brinkmanship again from Gerwyn Price. And now he's going to have to watch anxiously as Clayton looks at 1-2-4.
54 for Bull. Not going to get a poke and just throws the last dart. Can Price finish off the job and make the final?
Well, when he was the world champion, he'd put a lot of money on him hitting this with 3 in hand. But now he's got to go hunting double 5. And Gerwyn Price lets it all out now because he has beaten his Welsh World Cup teammate and great mate, Jonny Clayton. Gerwyn Price survives his second big nail-biter of the night to meet Michael Van Gerwen in the final. He'll be in the money match, the trophy match here in Antwerp. The first Premier League trip to Belgium, and Gerwyn Price is enjoying it. The final of the Premier League, Week 2, 2026, will be Michael Van Gerwen against Gerwyn Price.